Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a new market update. And this update will not be about Bitcoin and Ethereum. It will be about Polkadot and the entire ecosystem, as Polkadot has parachains coming up and the entire ecosystem starts to wake up. So we're going to discuss crucial levels to watch and some interesting projects that you should be looking at and which levels to watch on those as well if you want to get yourself into an entry on this ecosystem. But before that, do not forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. It's free of charge. Also, do not forget to check out my Twitter and Instagram. And also, do not forget to like this YouTube update. If you enjoy the content, I'm producing content on a daily basis. And recently, we've seen Bitcoin waking up. Bitcoin has been touching 64.5k yesterday. And also Polkadot has been shining its light as it created a new all-time high at $53.50. Question is, where should you be looking at an entry point if you're looking on the daily time frame, and what targets could be derived if we're going to expand ourselves towards a new impulse wave? So overall, the discussion on where to enter has been made earlier already. So the levels to look at are still the same. The entire block around $45 is still the block that I would be looking at if I want to get into a position or if I want to look at any position at all at this stage, especially given the daily time frame. I would love to get into a position right now, but that's simply called FOMO, and then you don't want to chase a trade. You want to look for a support resistance flip, and therefore anything between 44 to 46.5 is literally where you want to take yourself an entry. Also, the target point is still the same for Polkadot. It's the area around $75 as the first one, as we've taken the previous high, previous low, and then we derive ourselves to 1.618 Fibonacci level as the next target zone. Looking at the lower time frames, I initially wanted to get a scalp going around $48, but I thought, no, I'm not going to chase it. Let's wait for a lower level to look at for a potential entry. So $45 still stands as an entry point, but if you look at historical price action, it might be a case that we get a correction towards anything around $48 before we're going to continue making our momentum. So if you want to get into a trade on Polkadot, you might want to take that aggressive approach too, including a stop loss where you'll be looking at $48 before you're taking the trade. At this stage, I will not be chasing the actual trade because of the simple fact that it's running quite heavily. So the levels are still standing, target points quite clear, crucial levels too. When we're looking at the Bitcoin pair, similar price action has been made. So we are looking at the crucial level to hold around, 7,000 sats. We see that constant support resistance flips are taking place, so that is showing strength in which we can expect continuation to be happening. And in that case, if you want to get into a trade going on Polkadot based on the Bitcoin pair, which is different than the USDT pair and derives information, as you can see, daily candle is red on the Bitcoin pair, but the USDT pair is green, meaning that Bitcoin against USDT is showing strength through which the USDT pairs are pushing on the altcoins. So looking at the levels here, level still stands. It is around 7,500 sats. Not chasing a trade right now would not be wise. I would be waiting for a support resistance flip, take profits, still the same. If Polkadot moves, we already know that Kusama moves, and we've described this entire project here with the levels to watch. Green zone was crucial to hold, which we actually did, and we can see that we are showing some strength overall here, through which we're testing the highs once again. Most likely we're going to have some sort of slight consolidation before we're going to continue, but then the target zone becomes around $550 for this one to be taking place here. What is the crucial level to hold when it comes to Kusama at this stage? That is this zone around $370. That is the recent higher low. So if you want to get into any position at all, or if you want to see it sustain and make the momentum happening to the upside, this is definitely the zone to look for, as that would describe a continuation pattern to be happening. However, if you want to take a trade on this one, I think you should be looking at the area around 385 to 395. But overall, this is ripe already for continuation towards 500 plus. Kusama against Bitcoin. The difference between the Bitcoin pair and USDT pair is quite clear. We're still far away from a new all-time high, given that we're just more than half away or more than half down from the all-time high and just barely waking up. Levels to watch on the Bitcoin pair, quite simple. We are looking at levels around the support resistance flip here. So preferably you want to see it hold around above this block, but then second, you're looking at this entire green zone for the support resistance flip. If that takes place, we're most likely going to see continuation happening here. If the green zone is lost, I'm assuming we're going to test the lows once again, and then I might be interested around 4.7k sats. Finally, another one, Kylin. It's an oracle on the Polkadot ecosystem, heavily waking up right now. Has been in accumulation for the entire past 5 to 6 months. If you want to get into a trade on this one as well, I think you should be waiting for any support resistance flip to be taking place. Obviously, the 38 cents one is a very nice one, but I would not be chasing that one heavily here. I would be looking at a range anywhere between these two levels. So preferably, you're going to look at 34 to 31 cents first, and then the next zone is around 27.5 to 28.5 cents. Somewhere in that region, you could be looking at long entries right now, given that that might be a beautiful support resistance flip initiating strength. If we are at the end of this impulse wave, you can start deriving the next target zone based on the previous price action. If we get a corrective move towards the 382 Fibonacci level here, the next target zone is 66 cents and maybe even $1. That's the small update for today. I hope you have enjoyed it. I'll be back later today. In the meantime, I'll be enjoying Dortmund as well. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and have a wonderful day.